Om Shanti. This is the Sakar Murli of the 2nd of September 2024. Essence. Sweet children, just as you have the faith that God is not omnipresent and that He is your Father, so you also have to explain this to others and instill this faith in them and then ask their opinions. Question. What does the Father ask His children which no one else can ask? Answer. When Baba meets you children, he asks, "Children, have we met before?" The children who understand this say at once, "Yes, Baba, we met you 5,000 years ago." Those who don't understand this become confused. No one else would have the sense to ask such a question. The Father alone explains the secrets of the whole cycle to you. Om Shanti. The unlimited spiritual Father explains to you spiritual children. You are sitting here in front of the Father. You leave your homes with the thought that you are going to Shivbaba, who has entered the chariot of Bramha and is giving you the inheritance of heaven. We were in heaven, and then, whilst going around the cycle of 84 births, we came down and fell into hell. This would not be in the intellect of anyone in any other spiritual gathering. You know that you are going to Shivbaba, who enters this chariot and teaches you. He has come to take us souls back with him. We will definitely receive the unlimited inheritance from the unlimited Father. The Father has explained that He is not omnipresent. It is the 5 vices that are omnipresent. You too have 5 vices in you, and this is why you are greatly unhappy. You definitely have to get people to write the opinion that God is not omnipresent. You children have the firm faith that God the Father is not omnipresent. The Father is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Teacher, and also the Guru. He is the unlimited bestower of salvation. He alone is the one who gives peace. Nowhere else do people think about what they are to receive. They simply enjoy listening to the Ramayana, the Gita, etc. They don't have the meaning of anything in their intellects. Previously, we used to say that the Supreme Soul is omnipresent. The Father now explains that that was false. It is a matter of great defamation, so this opinion is also very essential. Nowadays, those you ask to carry out an opening write that the Brahma Kumaris are doing very good work and that they give very good explanations, that they show you the way to attain God. This has a very good impact on people's hearts. However, no one writes or gives the opinion that it is a great mistake when people in the world say that God is omnipresent. God is the Father, Teacher, and Guru. This is the first main thing. Secondly, you need an opinion that says, "Through this explanation, I can understand that the God of the Gita is not Sri Krishna. No human being or deity can be called God. God is only one, and He is the Father. It is only from that Father that we receive the inheritance of peace and happiness. You have to receive such opinions. The opinions that people write now are of no use. Yes, at least they write that they are given very good teachings here. However, you should get them to write the main thing in which you have to be victorious, that the Brahma Kumaris speak the truth when they say that God is not omnipresent. He is the Father. He alone is the God of the Gita. The Father comes and liberates you from the path of devotion and gives you this knowledge. This opinion too is necessary. The purifier is not the Ganges, the river of water, but the one Father. Only when people write such opinions will you become victorious. There is now still time. So much service is taking place, so much expense is being incurred. But that is because you children are helping one another. People outside don't know anything at all. You use your bodies, minds and wealth whilst establishing your kingdom for yourselves. Those who do it will receive the return of it. Those who don't do anything will not receive anything. Only you do this every cycle. Only you become those whose intellects have faith. You understand that the Father is the Father and the Teacher, and that He speaks this knowledge of the Gita accurately. Although people have been listening to the Gita on the path of devotion, they have not attained the kingdom. From godly instructions, they became devilish directions. Their characters became spoilt, and they became impure. So many millions of people go to the Kumbh Mela. They go wherever they see water, because they believe that they will be purified by water. However, water everywhere comes from rivers. Can anyone become pure through that? Is it that by bathing in water we will become pure from impure and become deities? You now understand that no one can become pure by doing that. That too is a mistake. You should get people's opinions on these three matters. At present, they just say that this organization is good, and so the misconceptions that people have, that the Brahma Kumaris have magic and that they abduct people, are removed, because a lot of that sound has spread everywhere. That sound also went abroad. They said that this one needs 16,108 queens and that he has already found 400. That was because, at that time, there were 400 people who used to come to the spiritual gathering. Many people opposed us, and they also did picketing, etc., but no one was able to do anything in front of the Father. Everyone used to say, "Where has this magician come from?" Then just look at the wonder. Baba was in Karachi. The whole group came together and went running there. No one knew how those people ran away from their homes. They didn't even think about where they would all stay. Then Baba immediately bought a bungalow. So that was magic. Even now people say that you people are magicians, that if anyone goes to the Brahma Kumaris, they will not come back again, that they make husbands and wives into brothers and sisters. Very many didn't come. Now when they see your exhibitions, etc., the misconceptions that they have in their intellects are removed. However, no one writes the opinion that Baba wants. Baba wants these opinions. They should write that Sri Krishna is not the God of the Gita. The whole world thinks that it is God Sri Krishna who speaks. However, Sri Krishna takes the full 84 births, whereas shivbaba is beyond rebirth. So many people's opinions are needed for this. There are so many people who listen to the Gita. Then they should read in the newspapers that the God of the Gita is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul Shiva. He alone is the Father, Teacher, and Bestower of salvation for all. It is only from Him that you receive the inheritance of peace and happiness. However, whatever efforts that you now make to have inaugurations carried out, you simply remove people's misconceptions and they receive good explanations. However, they should write the opinions that Baba wants. That is the main opinion. However, those people simply advise others that this organization is very good. What will happen through that? Yes, as you make further progress, when establishment and destruction come closer together, you will receive these opinions. They will understand everything and write them. At least they have now started to come to you. Now you have received the knowledge that you are all children of the one Father and that you are all brothers. It is very easy to explain this to anyone. The Father of all souls is that Supreme Baba. You should definitely also receive a supreme unlimited status from Him. You received that 5,000 years ago. Those people say that the duration of the Iron Age is hundreds of thousands of years. You say that the whole cycle is only 5,000 years, and so there is so much difference. The Father explains, 5,000 years ago there was peace in the world. This aim and objective is in front of you. There used to be peace in the world in their kingdom. We are once again establishing that kingdom. There was peace and happiness in the whole world. There was no mention of sorrow. Now there is limitless sorrow. We are establishing this kingdom of peace and happiness with our own bodies, minds and wealth in an incognito way. The Father is incognito, this knowledge is incognito, and your efforts are also incognito. This is why Baba doesn't like songs and poetry, etc. All of that belongs to the path of devotion. You have to remain silent here. You have to remember the Father whilst peacefully walking and moving around, and also make your intellects rotate the world cycle. This is now our final birth in this old world. We will then take the first birth in the new world. Souls definitely have to become pure. All souls are now impure. You souls have yoga with the Father in order to make yourselves pure. The Father himself says, "Children, renounce all bodily relations, including those with your own bodies." The Father is preparing the new world. Remember him and your sins will be cut away. Oh, how can you forget such a Father who gives you the sovereignty of the world? He says, "Children, simply remain pure in this final birth. The destruction of this land of death is now in front of you." This destruction took place identically 5,000 years ago. You remember this much. There was only your kingdom and there was no other religion. When people come to Baba, I ask them, "Have we met before?" Those who have understood this knowledge say straight away that they met Baba 5,000 years ago. New ones who come become confused. Baba then understands that their teacher has not explained it to them. Then I tell them, "Think about this." They then remember. No one else can ask this question. They would not have the sense to ask it. What do they know of these things? As you progress further, many who belong to your clan will come and listen to you. The world definitely has to change. The secrets of the cycle have been explained to you. You now have to go to the new world. Forget this old world. The Father is building a new home, and so your intellects go there, and there is then no attachment to the old home. This then is an unlimited matter. The Father is establishing the new world of heaven. Therefore, see but do not see this old world. Let your attachment be to the new world, and let there be disinterest in this old world. Those people in Hatha Yoga have limited renunciation, and they go and sit in the forests. Your disinterest is in the whole of the old world. There is limitless sorrow here. In the golden-aged new world, there is an abundance of happiness. And so you would definitely remember that. Here all are those who cause you sorrow. Parents, etc., trap you in the vices. The Father says, "Lust is the greatest enemy. By conquering it, you will become conquerors of the world." The Father teaches you this Raja Yoga through which you claim this status. Tell them, "God told me in a dream, become pure and you will receive a kingdom in heaven." So for this one birth I will not become impure and lose that kingdom. All the quarrelling is because of this purity. Draupadi called out, "Dushashan is making me impure." They perform a play in which Sri Krishna gives 21 saris to Draupadi. The Father sits here and explains how there is so much misfortune. There is limitless sorrow now, whereas there was limitless happiness in the Golden Age. I have now come to destroy all the irreligion and to establish the one true religion. I give you your fortune of a kingdom, and I then depart into the stage of retirement. There will then be no need of me for half a cycle. You will never even remember me. Baba explains, the wrong vibrations that everyone has for you in their minds are now being put right. However, the main thing is to get people to write the opinion that God is not omnipresent. He came and taught Raja Yoga. The Father is also the purifier. Rivers of water cannot purify anyone. There is water everywhere. The unlimited Father now says, consider yourselves to be souls. Renounce your bodies and all bodily relations. It is souls that shed their bodies and take others. They then say that souls are immune to the effect of action. To say that each soul is the Supreme Soul is something that's heard on the path of devotion. Children say, Baba, how can we remember you? Oh, don't you consider yourselves to be souls? A soul is such a tiny point, and so his Father would also be just as tiny. He doesn't enter rebirth. You have this knowledge in your intellects. Why would you not remember the Father? Remember the Father whilst walking and moving around. Acha, you may consider the Father to have a big form, but at least remember just the one, and then your sins will be cut away. There is no other way. Those who understand this say, Baba, by remembering you, we will become pure and become the masters of the pure world. So why would we not remember you? You have to remind one another so that your sins can be cut away. Acha. To the sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother, the Father, BapDada. The Spiritual Father says Namaste to you spiritual children, and you spiritual children say Namaste to the Spiritual Father. Essence Vedana 1. Just as the Father and this knowledge are incognito, so too make incognito effort. Instead of singing songs and reading poems, etc., remain silent. Remember the Father whilst walking and moving around in silence. 2. The old world is changing, and you must therefore remove your attachment from it. Do not see it whilst seeing it. Connect your intellect to the new world. Blessing. May you make the speciality of Brahmin life your natural nature and become an easy effort maker. Your Brahmin life is special. Your Brahmin religion and your actions are special. That is, they are the most elevated because you follow Sakar Father Brahma in performing Brahmin actions. The nature of Brahmins is a special nature. An ordinary or devilish nature is not the nature of Brahmins. Simply keep this in your awareness. I am a special soul. When this nature becomes natural, you will experience it to be easy to become equal to the Father. You will become an embodiment of remembrance, and so an embodiment of power. This effort is easy. Slogan: Those who spread the light of purity and peace everywhere are lighthouses. Om Shanti.